Hey, good morning, Alabama. I'm Johnny Congdon coming to you from frigid Indianapolis, Indiana, the site of the 2022 College Football Playoff National Championship game that is set to kick off tonight. Finally, between the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs. And both these teams, they've taken different paths to get to this game, but everything before tonight, you can throw it away because it's all going to come down to who plays their best game tonight with the world watching. And when Alabama shows up for a national championship game, sure, there's a lot of fun, festive things they could be doing, but instead, well, they got back to work as they hit the practice field earlier this week inside Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indianapolis. And Tide players, well, they were familiarizing themselves with the venue where they'll try to win back-to-back national championships. This victory would be Nick Saban's 7th overall, his 6th at Alabama, and a Crimson Tide record 19th national title. But for all that to happen, well, they're going to have to play one of their best games of the season to beat the Georgia Bulldogs. Not just for the second time in a calendar year, no, but more like the second time in just over a month. The saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt, and well, these two teams are quite familiar with one another. Just one of the many storylines heading into this national showdown tonight, but head football coaches, well, they're not like us meteor types, or even fans for that matter. They want drama-free football. Ignore the noise, something Nick Saban learned coaching under Bill Belichick in Cleveland with the Browns so many years ago. So sure, he's aware of all the external chatter leading into tonight's national title game, but he and his team, they could care less. They're more focused on preparing to win a national title.
You know, I think a lot of external people talk about things like that. I think internally, we talk a lot about what do you have to do technically in the game to be able to have success in terms of your ability to execute probably against the best player you played against all year. So that's how you got to prepare, and that's how you got to focus, and that's what you need to be concerned about because I think once the game starts, 5 minutes into the game, I don't know that anybody's thinking about all this stuff that you all talk about.
And a man who was a part of many successful Alabama football seasons was Georgia head coach Kirby Smart. For a long time, Smart ran that Alabama defense as the Crimson Tide's defensive coordinator. Some of the most successful defenses to ever play at Alabama had Smart's fingertips all over them. So that's why it was no surprise when Kirby got to the opportunity to return to his alma mater at the University of Georgia to take over as the head coach of the Dogs. He's been wildly successful. He's taken over between the hedges, and well, there's still that final obstacle, that not so subtle elephant in the room, his old boss, Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. But instead of looking at Alabama as a nemesis, Kirby has an immense amount of respect for his time at Alabama and for Nick Saban, his old mentor. And he thinks his time in Tuscaloosa has helped mold him into the football coach he is today.
I know the work and effort he puts into it to get his team here. I've been able to see that. I've been a part of that. I also know the work and effort we've put in to get to this point. It is no easy job to get to this point in the season through the SEC gauntlet, through the championship game, through the semifinals. It's a tough, rigorous season. So to be in this position is certainly an honor. To be across from Coach, it's a tremendous honor for our team and our organization. But like we've always said, it's not about he and I. It's about the players and their opportunities to go out and be successful and make a lasting memory.
And now we are finally here, just a few hours away from kickoff, and we're going to have you completely covered coming up at 4, 5, and 6. Everything you need to know leading you up into the Crimson Tide's kickoff as they look to win national championship number 19. From Indianapolis, I'm Johnny Congdon, ABC 3340 Sports.